So today we are manga shopping in Leeds. I can't remember the last time I did a Leeds shopping vlog. Actually, it was earlier this year. Anywho, it was really warm and quite busy. Ben and I had to queue to get into the FP International, and I think I've only ever had to do that on like Pop Mart days or free comic book day, of which today was neither. I'm not quite so sure why it was so busy. Don't know. Anywho, we were on quite a tight time frame. We had a dinner reservation with my parents and sister, so we weren't really doing too much of an amble around upstairs. We beelined straight downstairs, straight to the manga, and when we come to Forbidden Planet International Leeds, we start with the 18 plus shelves. Not completely because I'm an outright degenerate, but because it is actually at the start of the alphabet. So the shelves are all on the outer walls in the basement down to the right, and if you go to the start of the alphabet, you actually have the 18 plus shelves first. So we'll typically go through those before making our way around the rest of the manga section, really. I saw a couple of things that interested me. I have a outstanding sci-fi order currently, so a couple of things, though they were new releases, I have already ordered, so it was still nice to see what they looked like the Dangerous Convenience Store Volume 7 cover, but I am not going to pick it up because I have already ordered it. Now, something I'm really gunning for, and it's like kind of my shopping list for all of these shopping trips I'm doing over a few weeks, is 7 Seas. I don't think I had quite appreciated how tricky it is to find some 7 Seas series if I'm like a few volumes behind, so I had a list of about a half dozen series that I was keeping an eye out to see if I could find volumes for. I will give a slight spoiler, it didn't go too well. I am completely shocked. I think because I haven't been like outright looking for them, I'm like a lot of the time I'm just looking at new releases and stuff. I don't think I appreciated the pain, the difficulty. There'd been some murmurings about issues with Tokyo Pop, so I actually did like a big catch-up order for Tokyo Pop, and that was all fine. But 7 Seas, as soon as I think I'm like up to 2 or 3 volumes behind on a series, that's it. That seems to be it. So that's what we're vaguely trying to hunt for, and just any other kinds of new releases. I must say I was a bit disappointed with new releases. I couldn't even like stuff I had on order. I didn't really see too much. So we were just having a little gander. Again, as I said, we were on a bit of a tight like time frame turnaround, so if we were just gonna quickly bob in, bob out, that wouldn't be the end of the world. Saw this Tokyo Pop one I was vaguely interested in. I was like, do I, don't I? And then I thought I'll hold on to it, but if I can't like make a 3 for 2, I'll put it back. Wanted to have a look at this big thick Omni and I couldn't even get it out properly. Aha! Look at that basket. Did you see how empty that basket was? I'd get into so much trouble if like Lydia Kicks was to see that. Along to the Ks. Actually, I am seeing a volume or 2 that I could have picked up if I'd noticed them at the time. Hey ho, we can always go back. It was nice to see the Mars Anniversary Edition. I can't remember what number it is. I want to say 30. Is that 30? I can't read that. But it's really pretty. It's really shiny. I kind of hope they're all going to be different colours, but I don't think they are. I think they're all going to be red. I actually have a good number of the singles. I've somehow managed to piece them together for like really cheap, but I'm missing like 3 or 4 and I'm questioning if I'd like ever be able to collect those 3 or 4. So I will be collecting the collector's editions as well, even though I'm not a massive fan of that sort of format. They're just a bit too big for me. I just can't handle them. So Pet Shop of Horrors was one of my 7 Seas series, but they only had the latest 1 or 2 and I'm further behind than that. So I was like, I'm gonna be good and not just grab the later ones, because I think actually this was my first stop. I did a bunch of cities, a bunch of stores, and this was my first stop in trying to find 7 Seas. So I was a bit better and a bit more restrained in the if there were gaps or they had volumes later ahead, even if it's the series I was looking for, I wasn't going to make gaps. Rose and Maiden was also on that list, but I needed volume 3 and they only had 2, 4, and 5. So I held off on that one as well. So there was actually a staff member like resorting, rejigging shelves, so I've skipped a bit of a shelf to the left, unfortunately, but we've moved on. So yeah, this is towards the end of the alphabet, and then the next shelf along is the like light novels. I actually ended up putting the Tokyo Pop back and grabbing some Viz signatures I wanted to catch back up on and start picking more up of, and then we're on to Travelling Man. I did rave at my reflection and then thought I really hoped no one was inside, and it looks like I waved at them. That would be really awkward. Hey ho. I really like a new release shelf. It is my favourite thing in a store. It makes it so much easier for me because I primarily buy new releases. So I absolutely beeline straight to it. There were a number of new releases on this shelf that did interest me. I was very happy. They have the I Am No Angel Volume 1. Now, I kind of wondered if it was going to be like as neon as Neighborhood Story, but they're actually a bit more pastel than I expected. They're also thicker. I need to go to compare page counts to see if actually the page count is different or they were just printed in different countries with different papers, because sometimes that impacts it. I can't believe my first 3 for 2 in here, and it's like a pricey bunch. I was quite interested by this because I don't think I'd seen this one around. I didn't know what it was about. It just completely like, I don't know what this is. And that's usually fairly unusual. I usually like recognize or kind of vaguely know of, but I was drawing blanks on that one. So in Travelling Man, it is now 3 for 2 on all manga, and when we go along to the rest of the shelf, these are also alphabetical, but we have the 18+ series on top where you have to be tall to reach, and I am just about okay to get to them. So again in here, I was hunting for some 7 Seas. The one that's like really bothered, actually no, there's 2 that have bothered me more than anything. Look at poor Ben trying to scroll my spreadsheet. It's a pain. We're working on it, Anywho, the 2 series that I've been like gunning for are Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon and Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent. And yeah, it has not gone well. In fact, I think the only store that I have seen a volume in was this one, but it actually had, the only volume they had was one I already owned. So, yeah. So this store and the Forbidden Planet International as well, both the stores in Leeds do have stuff on sale. They used to have like specific sale sections, but now they're all just merged in with everything else. So you can see there's a few volumes with like a 50% off on the spine. I don't think they're included in 3 for 2s, so you just get half off. You don't get, say if you buy 2 on sale, you get 1 for 3. I'm fairly sure you just get 50% off. So again, alphabetical, and we're coming towards the end of the alphabet. They also merged their light novels in on the shelves here. So this is what I picked up. Very pleased to find Choking on Love. That was one of my series. I just needed to get a couple more volumes to make up my 3 for 2s, and this is where I noticed the Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent, and it's only volume 2. What was also really funny was we were going for dinner with my parents and sister, and we went around the corner to go pay, and like I ran literally right into my sister, and she looked at my pile of manga, judged me very heavily. Oh no, I picked up a Miku. Then we went and had some amazing Italian food. I had this pistachio pesto pasta, it was amazing, but let's go look at the haul. I think this is the quickest turnaround haul I've ever done, as we got back about an hour ago. But because there is going to be a bunch of shopping content coming up, I thought like it's keeping it fresh and all that jazz. And because I'm doing them all in one day, usually I like split my vlog and my haul. Do I? Actually, I'm not sure I do. We got a nice healthy haul. Let's see what we got. So first we'll do Forbidden Planet International. I would say I wasn't necessarily disappointed. I was quite surprised because I think I haven't done the voiceover yet because I'm being too speedy, but I'll probably have talked about like I've been trying to fill in gaps with some Z series, and I was quite surprised seeing how many of the series that I was like, I'll try and catch back up on this one, how many of them they just didn't have any volumes of at all. In both stores, actually. I don't think I really appreciated how bad the Seven Seas stock level situation was. So that's definitely something I'm going to be focusing on in the rest of the year, I feel. But anywho, I kind of reached a point when we were going around Forbidden Planet that Amika's just jumped on my desk. She wants to peek out the window. I reached a point where I got to the end and I was like, I'm not really sure there's like a crazy amount I'm interested in, because I have placed an order and it hasn't arrived yet of like a lot of the new releases. And kind of, I was seeing a volume here or there. There was even one that I picked up. I was like, I don't think I can make a 3 for 2. And I don't want to spend too... We were on a time... We had like a table booking, so I didn't have too long to spend. And then I was like, actually, there's a fair few Viz 6 series that I'm behind on, or I wanted to get a few more volumes of before I got into reading them. So how about we grab some of those? So that's when I saw Heartgear volumes 5 and 6. And if you've seen some of my recent like room reorganization videos where I've got like a rainbow shelf now, Heartgear is on it. Volume 6 is teetering the line in how bright and vibrant it is, but volume 5 is beautifully bright and can go on that shelf. It is complete at 7 volumes, so I'll grab that last volume and then read it in one go. And then the other volume I picked up was Full Night volume 2. In terms of why I haven't picked more of this up or I haven't started reading it yet, I've just not gotten to it. Again, it might not seem that way, but for a lot of the series I'm collecting now, I'm trying to be better about picking up more before I've done any reading. But Viz series especially, I do find that I do better with them if I can read like 3 or so in a go. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this is a time to get another volume of this one, just to work towards that, getting 3 volumes to read it in a go. So that was everything from Forbidden Planet International, just the 1 3 for 2, and now let's go on to Travelling Man. So I really like that Travelling Man has a new releases shelf. Actually, quite a few stores have one. I feel like it's more common to have one over to not have one. And it's not even like down to the chain, so like the Worlds Apart in like Birmingham, which is the same chain as the one in Leeds, has a new releases shelf. The Forbidden Planet in London, which is a different chain, has a new releases shelf. Whereas I don't think like Travelling Man Manchester does. I assume it's just down to like the staff in the store and what they think will vibe with their audience and not. I personally love it because like 90% of the time that's where I'm buying my stuff from. I've rambled, let's see what we got. So first off, we have Choking on Love volumes 2 and 3. This was one of my 7 Seas series that I wanted to try and get back up to date with. I'm not sure if this is back up to date, but I was struggling to find one of these volumes online. I can't remember which one. The sun is attacking me. Every time I start recording, the sun attacks me. But at least I have a couple more of this. Been on such like a romance binge. It's not high school, it's like college, but it's close enough. It's school, education, and younger than me. I think almost the rest of this is new releases. Not all of it, it's 1 or 2, but a lot of it. So next we have Shinobi Undercover Volume 1, which is a new release from Viz. It is Shonen Jump. It is a blind pickup, but it sounds like it's about ninjas, maybe? He's forced to go to high school and even worse, talk to people. Maybe relatable? Next we have Itchy the Witch Volume 3. I have rather enjoyed this series so far. Absolutely smitten with magic series, fantasy, some of my favourite tropes, even if like it's not necessarily good, but this one has been quite fun. I like that we're tracking down these magics, so looking forward to a new read. Next we have Chainsaw Man 21. Now I'm going to be careful to not read the back because I am like nowhere close. Ben is not completely up to date, but he is quite a bit further than me. He's somewhere in like the early double digits, teens or something. This is a Ben pickup. Next we have Girl Crush Volume 7. This is another title that is on my rainbow bookcase currently. I'm not saying they're a series where I am staying up to date because they're on my rainbow bookcase, but that maybe. I need to catch back up with reading this one though. I can't bring myself, I feel, to pick up too much more just because they're colourful until I've read more of them. Next we have B-Side Volume 11. I caught back up to date with this earlier in the year and it's definitely a series I think does better reading alone together, but it's then, well, I feel like once you're up to date and you've enjoyed it, you just want to keep reading the volumes as you get them, even if you know it's going to be better if you hold off. I don't think I've like become as smitten as and obsessed as a number of other people have, or come off the back of the anime. The anime was quite fun in the episodes we watched. I wonder how long this will run to. The other series by this mangaka, Takane and Hana, I think was 17 volumes. Next we have Rai Volume 4. It's a shame that 1 to 3 is so vibrant and then this one's like grey. Because again, 1 to 3 is on my rainbow shelf and I have to see what colour number 5 is. I quite liked Volume 1. It was really, really silly, like a more dumb kaiju number 8. So there was a lot to do with P. There's always so much. Why is P so common in manga? Next was a pretty blind pickup, but it nicely fit into a 3 for 2. We have Void number 9, volume 1. It is completely blind. I have zero clue what this is. I don't even recognize it when I saw it on the shelf. Like usually when I see stuff like new releases, I'm like, oh, I've seen that about, or I remember the license announcement or something like that. Nope, no recollection at all. It's not even like completely yellow, it's got a grey spine. Hello, Mika. Bye, Mika. Next volume is another one that's not a new release, but we have After God Volume 2. I think I'm quite looking forward to reading this one, but I do think I'm going to get a couple more to read it in one big go. That's her climbing up the chair if you heard that noise. It's on like 9 or 10 or something. I'm pretty behind and I still only have volume 1. I think I'm going to try and focus on getting a bunch of my unread Viz volumes read this year, if I have the time or chance. And then this one's on the list for sure. Next, we have Kingdom Volume 8. I am one of those like dozen people that is actively collecting this. I still don't get it. Like, personally, for me, this is a perfect release. It's a large format, singles, and like monthly releases. Actually, no, monthly releases I'm not a fan of. It's a struggle to read and keep up to date with that. But I love singles. I would have loved singles. I'm happy with singles. I still can't believe they've done it. I can't believe this is viable. I can't believe this is going to be popular enough. Like continuously. I'm sure a bunch of people bought the volume 1, but are people going to be buying like all 70 plus? Was it going to hit 80 by the time we catch up? I don't know. With manga prices, I feel like it's just too much of a commitment for a number of people. A lot of people are like, I'm going to wait for a box set, I'm going to wait for a special edition, but I feel like you need like some interest in the series in this format before they consider those ones. I don't know though. I don't work in publishing. It's probably for good reasons too. Next we have another blind pickup. We have Cocoon, and this doesn't have a number. This looks like it's a one-shot. I believe this is a shoujo or josei title? I don't know, it feels pretty like nice. Like when you see like Kingdom and it's all super floppy, and then Cocoon is like a lot less floppy. I feel like you can't tell too well. The paper stock feels nicer, just take my word on it. Yeah, going in blind to this one. And then we have some pricier volumes. So this one's technically not a new release. We have Rosen Maiden Collector's Edition Volume 3. This is from 7 Seas. This was on my hit list of 7 Seas series to catch back up with. And in Forbidden Planet, they had 4 and 5 when they didn't have 3. And I needed 3. And I was like, well, that's me. Generally, I don't try to pick up series over like an RRP of like Eyes Press, really, just because it's harder to make a 3 for 2 with them, so I'll try and pick them up online instead. There's just a lot less available in that price bracket, really. But there was actually enough in a close enough price bracket that I did manage to make a 3 for 2, and we have Rosa Maiden here. So I do still need 4 and 5 to get back up to date. I can't remember how many collector's editions there are for it to be complete. Next we have another reprint of a classic series. We have Shugashara Volume 2. Is that how you pronounce it? Shugashara? 20th Anniversary Edition. This is from Kodansha. I have Volume 1 on my TBR shelves. These are my TBR shelves currently, as well as my like recent reads. So I'll probably put this one to the side for now, and then when I read Volume 1, go and dig it out, I think. Just because it's going to take a bunch of space up. Really pretty shade of blue though. I really like the shade of blue. Last volume I picked up on this trip was I'm No Angel from Ayazawa. So this is volume 1, and I would say I kind of expected it to be like neighborhood story kind of thickness, but this is thicker than Neighborhood Story. I don't know if like it's a different kind of paper or it's just got more in it than that one. I'll have to compare page counts. I think the price, the RRP is the same. I think the RRP on that one was also $19.99 and this is $19.99 in pounds at least. It's like a bit more on the paler side. The colour, like the yellow is a bit more like, I don't know. I've forgotten what kind of yellow I would use to describe this. I've gone completely blank. It's just like a pastel pale yellow, whereas Neighborhood Story is like quite bright colours. I'll go check what the follow-up colours are to determine if it should fit on my rainbow shelves. Not that I really have much more space. Last couple of pickups were completely impromptu. So as I was in Travelling Man and I had my stack of manga and I went around the corner to go pay and I like ran face into my sister. So we were in Leeds to have dinner with my parents and sister. I just had no idea that A, they'd gotten in, and B, my sister had decided to amble off to Travelling Man to get some like Pokemon cards or something. I turned the corner and we just like made eye contact and she looked at my stack of manga and I tried to like turn around and run and Ben stopped me. Because she does very much judge my spending habits. She's like the only person that's allowed to. But anywho, we were running to make our booking. Our parents were already there and like, you need to get here quickly. So we were like kind of like trying to fast walk over to where we were having our meal. And Leeds will often put on these markets down some of the streets, down the city centre. I think it's like I don't remember what they are, but there's always stuff on. And we were going down this street and like it just happened to be the street that was best for us to walk down. We weren't like trying to go through the market. And like, I don't know what happened, like tunnel vision, senses, I smelt it, I don't know, but I looked to the side and I saw a Hatsune Miku and we were there running, and then like, I don't know, my sister and Ben just turned and I just like gone, I'd veered to the side, we were running, so I just sort of ran straight up to the stand and I was like, can I have that Miku? So I have this Miku, which looks pretty dang cool. I was quite surprised they included the little stand as well. I mean, I'm not going to object, so I can stand her up on my shelves or on my Kallax unit, I haven't decided yet. And because she was in the same bag, I also have the one that my sister picked up, which is a little Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. My sister is a big fan of that film. They have a cat called Kiki. They also have a cat called Gigi. I love the broom. The broom's so cool. My sister also got this like little bird thing. I don't really get what it is, but she really likes it. And then I also got a strawberry. We were in a bit of a rush. They had some different shades. Like I think there was a darker shade leaf strawberry and I went for the lighter one, and I'm going to put this, I think, on my bag. I also really like on this label on the Kiki, it says for adult collectors only, this is not a toy and is not intended for children under the age of 14. And also there's like washing instructions. 1 wash 30, cool iron, cool tumble dry. I couldn't imagine putting this in the wash, that would terrify me. But these are from Mr. Blob? Mr. Blob is what I think this says. I asked if they had a business card and they just pointed me to a QR code, but we were like running, so I was just like trying to take a picture as we go. So I'll see if I manage to capture that. But yes, that is today's mini shopping vlog and haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I did realise that I didn't think I'd done any shopping videos this year, but I do actually think I did one earlier in the year when the Pop Mart in Leeds opened. But it's otherwise been a bit horrific and I've not really done any, and I kind of miss it a bit. I quite like showing people like what it's like, what kind of stock you got. And it does just so happen over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be hitting a few different cities and going manga shopping. So I'm going to try and do the exact same in each of those locations. And again, try and do an all-in-one vlog / haul, unless I end up picking up too much or doing too much, which can potentially happen. Especially if I'm going to London or going to a place to meet up with some other manga people who are very big enablers. Regardless, I'm going to try and do some nice content, do some fun vlogging, casual vlogging, like you're coming along with me, and I hope you enjoy it. Do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't, and do be sure to check out my channel memberships at 99p a month for early access, because like I've been like, I went on a little bit of a lull with filming, and now I'm like, whoom. I'm getting so far ahead. I'm a bit worried, like maybe I should just stop, because I'm going to be like 6 weeks ahead I want to end up just filming way too much and not posting it all, which isn't what I want to do. I do intend for everything I post or film to post. I get too excited. But otherwise, I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!